let stuff pile up. So I always keep a little notebook with me. So I keep a notebook with things and topics I want to talk about. So I did that during the week last week. So I'll have a couple lives where I'm trying to play catch up. You can see behind me the mess. It's not really a mess. It's stuff we're going to be going over. It's going to be unmessy or less messy next week as things finally get set up. I'm going to be planting some asparagus seeds in my my little hydroponic unit. I have which I believe to be a pimento. I believe that is a pimento, but it's not a very healthy one. And the roots are not. This has been in for a while. It's sprouted really good, but the leaves are kind of turning brown, and it's had plenty of water, sun, all that stuff. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Hey, CE. But I'm going to let it continue. And the roots never really developed under it. So I'm going to try a couple other ones, but I'm going to continue with that one to see if that one will start to turn it around. So just as I'm thinking off the top of my head, hey Claire, today, like I said, I'm going to be planting some asparagus. I got these from Foraging and Urban Homestead. They sent me a bunch of asparagus seeds, so we're going to be planting 2 of those today. I'm doing well. How are you guys? Also, I'm just going to go around the room because I have so much stuff here to talk about today. You guys all know that I have a little herb garden in the other room, in my laundry room, that I also have grow lights in. And I've been growing parsley, and before we left for Oklahoma City last Sunday, it's already been a week, I can't believe it's been a week, but we left last week for Oklahoma City for the week. And what I did was, a day prior, I went in with my scissors and I harvested most of my indoor parsley. And I've been drying it all week. And then when I got back Thursday night, I put it under a light so it would dry out better. Oh, you got some snow. That's not how I don't want snow. I do not want snow. I see the panhandle of Oklahoma got like 7 inches of snow. No thank you. So what I did was I took, and then Thursday, I put it under a lamp to let it dry out more. Then I kind of crushed it up with my hand on Friday. And then today, being Sunday, I put it in the food processor. So I have a bag of my own dried parsley. Plus I still have some fresh. But this smells so good. It just smells so good. You can't see it as good because I only have yellow sandwich bags. But I'm going to keep this, and I also have some cilantro, and I'm trying to get some sweet parsley, or I'm sorry, yeah, sweet basil planted. Oh, they're very good. It'll still be fine. It's just frozen dirt. So I'm going to be making my own. I want to make my own Italian mix. Is my whole purpose. So I have some of this. I'm going to have some sweet basil, some cilantro. I'm going to get some. I'm going to try to get some chives and some rosemary, and then I can kind of create my own Italian mix for my own food that I like. So there's that. So picked the leaves, I let them dry, chopped them up, and I'm leaving the bag open so they still get air in them so they don't get moldy, so they can still continue to dry. So I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, Missy Cooking on a Budget. So that is right from my parsley indoor herb box. So I'm excited about that. So let's do this. Let me prop this up for a second and let me spin this around. Round, round, baby, right round, like a record. Okay, let's see what's going on here for a second. What I have here is my pumpkin, obviously. That's just one of them. This one's going to be, I'm going to cut this one up next week, and going to put that in the freezer. I'll probably make some, hey, have fun in nature. I might just make some puree, maybe make a pumpkin pie next week, and then put the rest of the puree in the freezer. So now what I'm doing is I'm starting to get to the point where well, before I get there, I'll put these over there. Let me get these over here. So you can see this is the state of my seed storage right now. So these are all seeds. These are seeds that I have collected. So you can see these are seeds from my garden. Pole bean seeds. These are my bush bean seeds. And these are more pole bean. So it's kind of a mess. And so what I'm working on doing is I'm going to be cleaning this box up. This box I made in my wood shop. This is just, reclaimed pallet wood. Claire, he's doing okay right now. I guess he slept well. He's eating normally. He's not in as much pain. I believe the healing process is kind of going well for him. You know, he has his moments because it was very extensive. But so far, so good. So I took pallet wood. This is all pallet wood. And cut it. I did a gray wash on it, like a white wash, only gray. And then I had some steel. I cut the steel. I bent it in the vise, drilled the holes, and then made a handle. And made the rest of the box. And now, what I can do is I'm going to make that an index. So when I open this up, I'll have the 3x5 cards in here, and these will be in different bags. And then I'll have each one, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so on and so forth. This here is just a simple box my wife made. So she made this little pine box, hinged it. And so again, I'll put some like the store-bought seeds, because store-bought seeds are store-bought seeds are like this size. Oh, so they fit just about right in there. So I can then put my store-bought seeds in this one and my own seeds in this one. So try to get my seed indexed on, especially now that I do so much with people sending me seeds. And then what I'm doing is, we had this just lying around. This just hangs on the wall, and this has those clips. So what I have growing right now, you know, I can have clipped up here what I have indoor growing, and I'll have this up on the wall next to my seed rack over here. I'm trying to get there. It's just been a lot of work, and I missed a week, and we're trying to catch up. So let me back this up a little bit. So those are all my those are grow bags, and just some spare wood I use and stuff. We got those on sale I keep those under, if I have potted plants on the ground, I keep those little pads under getting into the carpet and turn them moldy. So these, I just usually store right here. Now, this rack, hey Jane, this rack here, down where she works, about a few miles where she works, is it's an auction house, online auction. So it's kind of like an Amazon, only it's an auction type thing. So stuff comes up, she can bid on it. So she got this metal rack for $4, I believe. It's a 5.5-foot rack. You can see how tall it goes. She got it for $4. It's metal. Hey, brook trout. And so this will be my storage for my hydroponic stuff, my seed storage, all of that. But she got that for $4. So hard to beat that. And then as I come up here, Calamity Jane's on here. She was talking about her chickens earlier. She was showing her chickens. She was all dressed up nice and warm because it is cold. It was 31 here this morning. And then, you know, I got a bunch of stuff in here, hydroponic stuff, all the spare stuff that comes with it. Oh, there's some seeds. Okay, here we go. So like I clean it up in here. It's been a mess, but there's my extra grow bags. That was a laundry basket that was on the side of the road by somebody's trash when they cleaned out. It's like brand new. I used that in the garden. Oh, 7 degrees, no way. Terrible. So let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Why do I have a 55-gallon drum, yellow top in here? So what I have happening here is I sanded that, a video on it. I sanded it down and scraped the paint and the rust. I've painted it yellow. And then I'm cutting out some eyes that'll paint black. So they'll be screwed on from behind. So I'll have an eye, and a mouth. And that's going to be a smile emoji for the garden. And then that'll get hooked on a post or on a fence or something. But I like smile emoji would be cool. And then out of wood, I'm gonna be making I got some spare plywood. Hey, Evie, I'm gonna be making a poop emoji to put in the fence somewhere too. So I'll have a smile emoji and a poop emoji because I just thought that would be kind of funny. Anyways, let's move on. So here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm faced with. My lettuce is freaking out. So I'm gonna be harvesting some of this probably tomorrow. I'll put some of this in a salad. It's doing very well. That I started in the hydroponic unit. Thanks, Jane. So that's gonna be, I'll be starting to eat off of that. Like I said, this is all just trial. This is me trying out the hydroponic unit. Lettuce did really well. You do, yeah, you do. You do need one for the chicken coop. And then what I have here is my white pumpkins. Let me just move this out of the way. This is my grow light. So what has happened is these get full sun during the day. Now I was gone for the week, last week. These two leaves, one on each, turned brown. Now, like I said, I didn't get to water them during the week. I watered them well last Sunday, but they didn't get watered again until Thursday night, like 7 p.m. So they went about 4 or 5 days. And you can hear, let me see if you can hear this. But they're all crumply, they're all dry. So I took them off. I clipped them off the plant because I didn't want the plant food, the sun, to be trying to, you know, be absorbed by that or have the plant, the roots try to feed the plant if the leaf is dead or diseased. I don't know if it's because it's dry or it's diseased. I didn't know. So I cut it off. So you can see I severed them from the plants. The rest of the plant still looks healthy. They're still putting, this one here doesn't seem that bad. This one turned a little bit dry, but it's still kind of green. So I'm letting it go. I'm gonna give it a couple more days. And then if they continue to turn dry, I'll clip them. And then that's, you know, it may not work inside. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time I've tried pumpkins inside. Lettuce is doing really well though. This lettuce is doing really well. I keep my hydroponic here too also. That way it's all right here. The sun comes up over there when I do my sunrise lives, and it all day long, it goes right through here. So for about 5 or 6 hours, this gets full on sun. And then I just, I can use my little grow light here. This is just a little one. I have other longer ones, and I just put them under the grow light. Okay, let's turn around and see what we got here. So my wife got 3 bags of the big bags of pedigree at that auction site for $4 total. So she got them like $1 a bag, a little less than $1 a bag. So this is something my wife made. She had these brackets, and then she just took some pallet wood, and then she just put some nice decorative screws in. She planed the pallet wood. You can still see the holes. And this is all, I'm going to clear coat it. And I will be putting some of my plants on here because I have it, I can put a little shelf here, but I can put like 3 plants here and put them in the full sun. But yeah, no, she made that a couple weeks ago. I think it's pretty cool. Once I put clear coat on it, the grain in that's going to pop, especially here. A knot and those dark grains, once you hit them with clear coat and poly, they just pop out at you. But yeah, she was handy. She made that. And here's also where we're at. So this is what I have going. I have us in our bunch. So I have Shannon. I have Hearth and Home. We have Broken Bountifully Blessed. Down Home Misty Style. I do have a 5th one here. That's a surprise. So the name's on the other side. Not going to tell anybody yet. That's a surprise. And I'm building one for foraging and urban gardening, foraging and urban garden. And I have somebody else sending me seeds, and I'll do theirs. So those are the signs. These are the signs for the garden. And I did a video this morning. These will be mounted on a fence post, putting some 4x4 fence posts in. This is the town I was born and raised in as a child. This one will be where I spent most of my teen years and early adult life, in a town called Poston Kill, New York. It's in upstate New York. It's a backwoods, hillbilly countryside little town. That's right, I'm from the Alps. And then this one will be McKinney, Texas. So this will say McKinney, Texas, and then the mileage, because the first place we went to Texas, when we moved to Texas originally, was McKinney. That's where we lived. So that kind of holds a special place in my mind. So that's going to be McKinney. So these will all go in front of the stuff I'm growing for people that have sent me seeds. This will go on the fence post, and these will be directional. So these will actually be pointed. Like this will be northeast. I'll have this one pointed northeast. This one here will also be pointed northeast. This one here will be pointed southeast, and so on and so forth. So that is all that. So we got all that stuff going on. So let's come over here for a second, and let's talk about this whole thing. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to get in here better. Let me do this. Let me do this. I don't know how good this will let me do it, but let's see. Because I want to be able to see. Boom. Will that put me down there? Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. So, like I said, this is pimento. I've already taken the lettuce. There was lettuce in here. I transplanted the tomatoes that Broke but Bountifully Blessed sent me, and the peppers that she sent me. Today, we're working on 2 more, and I'm going to plant 2 asparagus, okay? So these are from Foraging and Urban Garden. They sent me these the other day. So what you do is you take your pods. Let me see if I can get that in this. Okay. So the pods, these seed pod, I'm sorry, these are like soil and like potting soil compressed. You can smell them. They smell like dirt, kind of. And you have these cages. And then you just put the pod holder in the cage, like that. And then what you do is you put that there. You know what, I'm gonna move the pimento over here. Take this piece out, put the pimento over there. And then you take the other pod, or seed starter pod, put it in the cage, like so. These have soaked for half an hour. Now, when I put them down in here, these are in the water now, so they're touching the water, about 1/2 inches in the water, so that the pod stays moist all the time. And then as the roots grow, it goes down into the water, and then they give you these nutrient mixes. There's 2 different nutrient mixes they give you, A and B. They give it to you, it's a dry, you fill it with water, you shake it and let it dissolve, and then you add a cap full whenever you fill more water up. And that feeds the plant. So I have my 2 seed pods in here. The seeds you're supposed to soak for 4 to 6 hours. So these have been soaking for quite a while now. Okay, if I can get them here with my little tweezers. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, I still have yellow paint on my hand. I'm not jaundiced. Then all I'm gonna do, I'll take 1 seed and I'll pop it down in there. You just poke it down in. Okay. Then I reach in here, I'll grab the other seed. You can see that. Same thing, that'll go right down in there. I'll poke it down in. And that's all there is to it. And then before I knock the water off, I put it over there. Then I take these little domes. These all come with the hydroponic unit. These little clear domes. And then I'll give it a couple days, and I'll put these little stickers over. But for now, you just put this like that. Oops. And this like this. And what that does is that's going to create a little, this creates a little greenhouse effect. Oh, that's cool, brook trout. It works really well. So these now, we'll just go back over in the sun and under the grow lights, and this has a light I put up on top. But for now, just leave it off because it's in full sun. If I have this on, it doesn't let the sun hit, so I remove the top, and it just has little contacts here for electrical current for it to pass. And then all I do is, now what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll cover the holes. You cover them with plastic or paper or whatever. I just keep some brown paper over it because you don't want light into the water with the nutrients. It'll cause algae, which I do have a little bit down in there, but not a lot. So you keep this covered, and then you just keep the amount of water in here. It's usually, you're supposed to only go between 2 and 2.5 liters. And that's, you just keep it here. You don't want to go too far because then you're way up here at the plant. So you go between 2 and 2.5, and it puts it right about there on the plant, on the roots. So, and that's really all there is to it. And like I said, you know, it's a little more complex than that. It has lights, and you can time the light. You can time this thing here is a mister, so water just mist will flow up out of here. This is just your fill point for water. But I'll now cover this with paper, and then I'm probably going to plant some more seeds this week, and I'll try to fill this whole thing with different seeds. But I just want to try starting 2, so hopefully that makes sense. So let me do this now. Turn you back around so you can see my horrendous mess. Oh, you can see my little emoji now better. There you go. Look at that. That's gonna be cool. My little emoji. I'm excited about that. So let me see. I mention this in every one, but if somebody wants to come on for a collaboration, just email me at okieseden@gmail.com. You're more than welcome. I'll send you a link. We can do a live together, collaborate, just talk about gardening or homesteading or cooking, chickens, whatever. You just have to email me. Yes, Calamity Jane, I'm going to be doing that more next year, is focusing on, I don't have a lot of pest control I have to worry about. My pests have left my home when they were about 18, so I don't have pests. I had 2 pests in my home for 18 years. That's just a joke. I didn't mind my kids living here. I am doing a live tomorrow because I'm sorry. Tomorrow, not this pumpkin, but I have pumpkin in my freezer. Yeah. Pinwheels. Okay. So tomorrow morning, I already have it prepped. I'm going to do a live at 8 in the morning. I have some pumpkin, and we're going to do an easy dish tomorrow in the morning at 8 o'clock. It's going to be, you can do it sweet or savory. If I have enough thawed, then I'll do a little of both, but you can do it either way. So I hope you'll be there for that. I'm not quite sure what to do about moles. I had moles up north when we lived in New York. You know what? Hold on one second here, everybody. That was annoying me. Oh, there, that's all better. Okay, we had moles up north. Don't have them as much here. I don't see any chipmunks down here either. I don't have a lot of chipmunks. Up north we have a lot of chipmunks. I have a lot of squirrels, but the squirrels don't bother my garden for some reason. So I don't know why. That's probably a good idea, brook trout. I'm sure that would help to have cats out there. Huh, okay. I thought they would go after gophers too, but I guess not. Jane, if you're still here, do you ever have trouble with potato bugs if you grow potatoes? We used to have potato bugs up north. I haven't seen one potato bug on my potatoes down here at all. You do? Okay. See, we don't. Brooke, do you have a rat terrier? Is it a rat terrier? Oh, that's okay. Jane, I knew what you meant. I haven't seen one potato bug here in the whole time I've grown potatoes since I've lived here in Oklahoma or Texas. Haven't had any bugs at all. Nothing eating any of my plants. Oh, no problem, Terry. So like I said, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, I'm gonna be doing just a cooking live. It won't go long. It's just gonna be a pumpkin dish. I have it out, it's thawed. I had it in the freezer. The pumpkin here, like I said, this pumpkin will probably become a pie next week. And then what I don't use for the pie will just be regular puree, and that will go in the freezer. And then I still have enough puree in my freezer. I can probably do 6 or 8 pies. And that's gonna be another one of my priorities next year, other than green beans and potatoes, is if I can get maybe 10 or 15 pounds or whatever of pumpkin in the freezer, then I can roast it, I can bake it, I can fry it, I can make puree out of it, and it'll just be an addition to what we have in storage. Pumpkin is very healthy. It's much like your squash and your sweet potatoes, things like that. Now, my sweet potatoes yesterday, I took a sweet potato out of the freezer because I've been freezing my sweet potatoes. And for number one, if I have room for them, I can just go buy a bag of sweet potatoes, freeze them. I'm the only one in my house that eats them. They soften up when you cook them, or when you take them out after they thaw. They're already pre-softened, so they don't take as long to cook. Then I do them in half. Serena, I am doing very well. Yep, doing very well. A little tired, but we're doing well. After I take the sweet potato out of the freezer, I cut it in half lengthwise, put it on parchment paper, 400 degrees, cook it. I season the bottom, or the cut part before I, oh, I am? I don't really, I mean, I look every once in a while. I haven't noticed. Cool. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Yeah, Terry, they freeze great. So what I do is I just wash them, let them dry. I just put them in a gallon Ziploc. I put them in the freezer. When I want one, I open it up, pull one out. I let it thaw, pat it dry, cut it in half lengthwise, put it face down, 400 degrees. Then when I'm ready, I just flip them up. I put a slice down, I put my butter or sour cream in, and I eat them right out of the skin. And I eat the skin too because I love the skins. Well, thank you. Have fun in nature. And then I have a couple of russets in there now from, I love sweet potatoes too, Serena, I love them. I have 2 russet potatoes from my garden that are left over from the summer in the freezer. So one of these days I'll pull those out, let them thaw, and like any other of the root vegetables, they will be softer. They'll cook quicker, and then I'll throw those in the oven, bake them up. They're my potatoes, so I know there's nothing added, there's no pesticides on them, they're organic. I can just rinse the outside off, throw them in the oven, and I can go to town on those bad boys. But hopefully I'll have some chives then. I have my parsley I just finished. So this is all now, this was in my food processor. This is all my dried parsley. Not all of it, this is some of it. I'm making an Italian mix. So have fun in nature. Oh, Jen, you don't like sweet potatoes, huh? Have fun in nature. I believe the panhandle of Oklahoma, from what I understand, they got 7 inches of snow last night. So that's not cool, because that's close. I mean, I'm southern. I'm down by the Red River, so it's got a ways to get, before it got here, but that's, I'm not ready for that. I am not ready for that. If you're just coming on now and you look down, that is going to be my my smile emoji, my happy emoji, my have a nice day emoji. So that'll have, I've got 2 eyes out there cut. I got to paint them black. I'll put an eye there and an eye there. And then I got to create the mouth. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a smile, or I'm going to do one of the ones that makes them look grumpy. Since I'm old and grumpy, I'm thinking I should probably go with a grumpy one because I'm told I'm grumpy. I was told, I think I was too, but. Oh, thank you, Serena. I know I get grumpy, but that's okay. I'm old, I'm supposed to be grumpy. You get to that age where you can pretty much say anything you want and people don't question you because, you know, you've put your time in and they cut you some slack. So. But yeah, the other day I was told I was grumpy by more than one person, so that must have been true. But that's okay. I don't even know when I'm doing it. A lot of times I'm just joking around. I think people take it as, you know, sarcasm or whatever, but I mean, a lot of times it is sarcasm, but. That's good, Jen. Oh no. Oh, I'm more than a day over 45. I'm just about 60. I'll be 60 here sometime in the near future. So, like they say, the 60 is the new 80. Is anybody watching games today? What is your Sunday plan? Are you watching games? Are you just spending time with family? Are you going to church? Do they have an evening service? Are you just hanging around outside? Are you traveling? I'm sure a lot of people are traveling home today from driving around with the holidays or flying. I'm sure a lot of the roads are probably going to be busy today. So if you have to travel still, hopefully you are safe and you make it home safely to your family. Hanging out with your chickens. You know what? Oh, my daughter just sent me a picture there, CE, of they just winterized their chicken coop. They're down in Texas. And they have a really nice setup at their house that they built. And they just put some plastic around the outside, did some insulating and stuff. Cleaning and watching our premiere. What time is your premiere? What time is your premiere? So, I think you can put it on here. If you can just go ahead and tell us when your premiere will be. Then maybe everybody can, and go back later if you want and put it on the comment when it goes public. Just put a time on there and what zone you're in. 2 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, 4 p.m. Eastern. So have fun in nature, right? Have Fun in Nature needs to come on a live someday on a collaboration with me. We can sit there and we can talk about stuff. We'd have a good time. It's real easy. I just ask you, you know, it's 4 p.m. Central, or Eastern, I'm sorry. Oh, Mike's going home. Okay, well, say bye, hi, hello, everything to Mike. Mike's fun to watch. I wish someday he could have his own channel. That would be really cool. A lot of work and it'd be tough to do, but yeah, I'll get in touch with you. We should do that sometime because it'll only be 45 minutes, an hour. It'd be simple questions about your channel, and it just, you know, puts attention to your channel. Okay, everybody, there's the link. Click on that link. Have Fun in Nature afterwards when it goes public, which it will shortly. I usually put them public shortly after. Go ahead and put it in the comment down there also. And support each other, you know. Everybody here I know in my little, yeah, no problem. When you're ready, no rush, no rush. you know, premieres in 88 minutes. Yep, okay. So anybody else would like to come on a collaboration, or I'm gonna come on your channel? I don't care, you don't have to come on my channel. If you wanna set up for me to come on your channel, I'll gladly come on your channel, or we can do both. That's nice. Going for a winter drive, yep. Jen is here, Missy's here, Chicken Express is here, Teresa's here, Clara's here. But I think I'm gonna end it at the 45-minute mark here. So I didn't wanna waste and bother people on a Sunday for too much. I just wanted to go over a bunch of stuff to try to play some catch up. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm gonna be doing a quick pumpkin dish that I just thawed out from my freezer earlier. That's from my garden. Gonna do that in the morning. And then I did a couple other videos today that are gonna be coming out later this week. If you get a chance, please go to Have Fun in Nature. They're trying to get some traction. They're a very good channel. They're in Montana. It's fun to watch them. They got a lot of good stuff and a lot of really nice scenic stuff, much like Jennifer from Alaska, an introvert from Alaska. She's got some just beautiful Alaskan scenery. They have the same thing in Montana. They got the mountains. They just had some snow. They did a video yesterday with them walking in the snow. So if you get a chance, go visit them. And then also there's that Bo's RV Life. He was on the other day. He did hit 50 subscribers. So if anybody is here that hasn't subscribed to, it's BOS RV Life. And he's got 51 subscribers. He wants to do lives, and he's trying to grow. So anybody, if we can help everybody grow, that's great. Try to you know, get each other's back, help each other out, interact with each other. Interaction through comments and shares and likes and just showing up at lives or premieres. That all helps everybody's analytics. So with that said, everybody enjoy the rest of their Sunday. You guys all have a great day. Thanks for being here. Maybe I'll see you in the morning. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be in the obituaries in the morning, like I said. If I'm in the obituary tomorrow, my live stream at 8 is off. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be there if I'm in the obituary. So you guys all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.